I loaded the game back up. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I mean, I thought I was supposed to. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. They are. Well, you tell you what. Okay, I thought I said well. I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not correct, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. This is the second time I booted up the game and it gave me that. That was actually kind of confusing because I thought it was like restarting me. What does it say begin the game? Why does it say that? Why does it say begin the game? Is it restarting me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because there's different endings, so I guess I think there's like 100 endings because you get you got the broom closet ending. You can tell your friends that you got the broom closet ending. There's that one.
This is the story.
Oh yeah, I already listened to that part, so. Oh, I get a thing for coming back twice. What?
All of his
Do exactly what he
co-workers
says.
were gone. What could it mean?
I tried doing that
Stanley
once,
decided
but
to
like
go to the meeting room.
I
Perhaps he had
failed
simply
because
missed
I
the
accidentally
memo.
did something else. So I'm gonna try that one more time. I hate Monday. Okay. This time I'm actually gonna listen to everything
When
he
Stanley
says.
came to a set
Siri,
of 2 open doors, he
set a
entered the door
33-minute
on his
timer.
left.
That's how long I'm willing to play. It might not be. He said left, right? So left. I'm gonna listen to everything he says. This should give me a different ending.
Yet
other
there
one I
was
just
not a
died.
single person here either. Feeling a
For
wave of
not getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, but the broom closet, bro. The broom closet ending. I'll leave it for next time. Next time I'll go for the broom closet ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll do this ending and then the broom closet one. I'm guessing this is the office. That's the executive bathroom. Let me in that bathroom. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not. Huh. I don't get anything when I go into that bathroom. That's weird. It closed. I don't like how everything's closing after I go in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not
remember
an
that there was a
indication of
code
any
here,
human
so
life.
I'm guessing I have
Shocked,
to do the code again.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from
I like
him?
how there's like a typewriter
What he could not
sound
have
every time I
known
click a
was
button.
that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that
Okay,
his
so
boss
it's
had
this.
been keeping from him.
So
And
this
so
time
the
I'm
boss
actually
had
gonna turn
assigned
the
it
thing
an
off.
extra secret PIN number.
That I know already.
2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley
8,
couldn't possibly have known this.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing
Yeah,
random
'cause
buttons
I'm
on the
listening to
keypad,
you.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
No, that was
luck.
not sheer luck. You
Amazing.
told me the code.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where's the newly opened passageway? Okay, over here. Guessing I go in here, then I just turn this. So I'm actually gonna listen to everything he says and see if it gives me a different ending than last time. Because I messed up at the last thing because I thought, what if I press the on button? So if I press the off button, everything's gonna be different.
Descending deeper into the building,
Yep.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to
Not
question
really.
the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred
The
to
next
him?
one, I'm
This
gonna get the
question
broom
would
closet
not go
ending.
unanswered for long.
You want the broom closet ending?
Stanley
Okay,
walked straight
continue.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I still don't understand why there's a thing saying escape there. I'll do that one too eventually. I can tell that that's also another ending.
The lights rose on
The
an
fuck?
enormous room packed with
Oh yeah,
television
this
screens.
happened last time.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have
Yeah,
the
what
strength
horrible
to find out?
I have the strength, I already know. Okay, so now I'm gonna press the off button when it gives me that chance.
Now the monitors
remember
jumped to
this.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this
Where's
place
mine?
where freedom meant nothing.
I know that I'm 276 or something. So that's mine right there. Yeah, I mean it might be.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
I
time?
guess I have.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Has to be,
emotions had been
literally.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't remember this.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
I don't
in
remember
someone
this.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
This happened last
Was
time?
it even possible? Had he
I
truly
don't-
spent his
I
entire
don't
life
remember this.
utterly blind to the world?
So I press the off button this time. I'm guessing. What the hell? This is different.
But here was the proof. The heart of the
Okay,
operation.
no, it's the same.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
bunch of weird
eating,
stuff.
working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very
Okay, this time
place.
I'm actually
And
gonna
as the
press
cold
off.
reality of his past began
Mind
to sink in,
controls, idle,
Stanley decided
waiting
that this
input.
machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
There. I turned it off. What? I did it right. Did I do something wrong?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
What happened?
Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes.
God,
He had won.
I won.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
My freedom
And yet,
isn't close enough.
Even as the
apparently.
immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh my
Where
God, so
had
this is
his
the actual
co-workers
part of
gone?
the story.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries
What's
did
out
this
there?
strange building hold?
What's out
But
there?
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Okay, I gotta wait.
Perhaps
for
his
this.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he
Okay,
lives,
so,
it
can I
will
go
be
out now?
his. And that was
I've never
all
seen somebody
he
go
needed to
outside of
know.
it.
It was perhaps the only thing
I want to get the
worth knowing.
Firewatch ending, but I don't know
Stanley stepped through the open door.
how. No, I haven't yet, you asshole.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
I guess so.
the feeling of liberation,
Now look back,
the
I really
immense
want to see if it's
possibility of
still
the new
there.
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
It's still mind controlled though. Beat the game. Wait, so that's how you actually, like, that's the real ending. Okay, so if I actually listen to him all the way through, the real ending. So far I've gotten the ending where I die and the ending where I actually get the ending. Okay, so what's the next ending I go for? I think the next ending I go for is I just disobey him the whole
All of
time.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Also get
Stanley
the broom
decided to go
closet
to the
ending
meeting
soon.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This one wasn't on last time. Okay, that's weird. Okay, this time I'm actually gonna like disobey everything he
When
says.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I know.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
I
it.
also kind of want to get the broom closet ending.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business,
I'm not
Stanley
going
took
through
the
that door.
first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was
actually
so
been
bad at
through
following
here before,
directions,
so-
it's incredible he wasn't
I
5
just didn't know
years
what I was
ago.
supposed to do. Okay, I
Look,
need to
Stanley,
jump
I
onto
think
this
perhaps we've
once
gotten
it
off on
brings
the
me
wrong
over to
foot
it.
here. I'm not your enemy,
I
really.
need to
I'm
jump back
not.
onto this.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I got
story has
this.
been about nothing but you all this time.
You saying
There's someone
I'm a
you've been
bitch or
neglecting,
something?
Stanley. What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
No.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I'm going through.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you
don't
something
trust you.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't trust you.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay, I'm listening.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly
I do
what's
wanna
out
know.
there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've
Yeah.
chosen? Well,
Let's see
don't
what's
let
at the end of
me
the road that
stop
I
you.
chose, bro.
You
And
see?
it is.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never
Okay.
supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
Oh.
developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out
was.
specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Yeah, it
because
was for
this is
nothing
what you
because you
wanted to
suck
see.
at,
Help me here, Stanley. Help
doing this,
elucidate
apparently.
these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Skill trees,
Vehicles?
yeah.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Skill trees.
Tell you
come on.
what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go
not
ahead,
going into the
Stanley.
third one.
Take it for a spin.
Nope. Nope. Okay, so I actually do have to do this.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It would actually help a game that you have to actually make decisions in, but not this one.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't
Restart.
my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Okay,
Let's
let's see
take
it.
a look.
What the? The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil. He's 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 11. This is not possible. This isn't even possible. Skip the intro sequence. Only the worst 3%. This is me. You are ranked out of... Okay. Friends list empty. Okay, buddy. Is this what he gave me? This is your superior. Oh, he beat it in only 3 minutes? No, I beat it in 7 minutes. I believe in that.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
4 right here.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. Is it gonna be the Firewatch ending? Did I just get the Firewatch ending?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm just gonna let it die. But I can't. No. Don't make me. I can't watch it.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
It'll be a completely different game.
I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Hey!
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Hey!
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Firewatch.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Is it Firewatch? It's Firewatch. It has to be. It can literally only be Firewatch.
Aha! Fascinating.
I got the
What do you think
Firewatch
this game is
ending.
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
God.
motivation?
It's Firewatch.
But
I
it
know
seems
this fucking
obvious to
game.
me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your clock tower,
Okay, buddy.
perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what it is.
that must be it.
Yeah.
What a fascinating
the
venture
creep
into
tower.
the experience of total mental depravity.
Yeah, buddy.
So far,
Yeah.
I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Of course
And
you
it
do.
seems there's even more.
Of course you love this
Come,
game.
let's venture outward and
I
see
don't
what
know
else
if
is
I
out
want to
there.
anymore. The insulting of me is insane. You insulted me. Okay, little bro. Okay. I understand it now. You don't care about me. I see the map right there. This is just Firewatch. Is it literally just gonna like be Firewatch? It actually, like, it kind of just straight up looks like Firewatch.
No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Why?
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Why?
You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Let me-
Big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
Come on, man.
Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of
let
the
me
woods
out.
now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another
No.
game. Preferably
I
something
wanna
with
play
walls.
Firewatch.
Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
No.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What is the next one? I don't know.
Wonderful.
Oh, no.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't
is
any
Rocket
possibility
League.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally
This is just straight up
impressed.
Rocket League, dog.
Okay,
do I
so
do
what
here?
exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Yeah, what do we
There are
do?
lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a
Come
ball
on.
of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
No.
We shall run the bases and do a
Give me a
touchdown
card.
together.
No.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay,
No.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god. Okay, there. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna show you some tricks.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my
Boom.
miserable little
Yes, it is.
story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I... Hold on.
Ah!
What are you doing?
No! No way. No. No, I need to go back and do that again.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will
No.
you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
No. Big filing cabinets. What's in the big file? Oh my god. I cooked myself. What do I do now? We played sports ball. Oh, am I wherever I'm supposed to be now? Okay. Where do I go? Okay, here. There's gotta be something in here. Okay, I think I'm doing something. What do I do? What do I do? What am I supposed to do here? What am I? Oh no.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Yep.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And
I
if he's
am.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
I'm him, bro.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
What do we do? Is that it? That was a weird ending. I don't know what the next ending would be. Okay, I need to find out the next one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know what to do. I could get the broom cloth ending as my last ending today. I think I know what I'm supposed to do.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
go
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so then I continue, and there's gonna be a broom closet.
Yet there
I
was
go to
not a
that.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, no. Did I just walk past it? It's down here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
What the
maybe,
fuck? Is it
he
a
thought
circle?
to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
That. I know what
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
It is.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I did not yell that. I'm dreaming! This is all a dream!
To have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
No, they are gone.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Can you let me out of this place, man?
He imagined himself
I got the watchtower
and began
ending.
to gently float above the ground.
He called me a creep.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
I didn't imagine that.
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I am dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
How could it be?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
I am.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility
I am
for
the hero.
himself?
I won't allow
Stanley
this.
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
I'll
that this
check
was a dream.
like all the endings that there are.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
What?
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
So I am asleep?
The fresh air of a world outside this one.
So I am asleep.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Is this like a good ending?
Stanley began screaming.
Oh my God.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Please.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
I'm starting to think that the voice is who Stanley actually is. Because it feels like he knows everything that's going to happen.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Fuck you, bitch.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? She's gonna look like a murderer. I got 3 endings that are pretty good so far. And I think that's pretty good. The next one, I guess I'll do the broom closet real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I'll stop here. What the hell? Bro. Why is that open? Those weren't open earlier. Why are those open? What the hell?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.